G'day, my name's Scott and welcome to The Current Car. Today, we're going over the Deepal app. I'm going to show you some things that'll make your life easier, things that I wish they would change, and some updates I think that we'll all agree on. So stick around, we're going to have some fun. Now, as the weather in Melbourne hasn't been that great over the last couple of weeks, we cannot take any videos of the car itself. So hang on a second. I think I'm getting a live cross, is that right? Yeah, okay. We're going to cross live now to our outside correspondent for an update. Yes, thank you, Scott. The weather is quite grim in Melbourne this week. Spring has certainly not shown up, and therefore we cannot take any shots of the car. Thank you. So do you think it will be possible to use the shots of the car in this weather? No, not a chance, mate. Unfortunately, the car's going to stay in the garage because we don't want to rewash it after the rainfall. Are you sure we can't take it out for a bit? Like, is it in the garage? No, there's no chance. No. Unless you can get it cleaned, like for the weekend, then maybe. So when do you think it'll be sunny again to get those beautiful shots of the E07, mate? Well, with the weather being quite grim, hopefully it clears up in the next coming days and we can start reshooting the car. Any time frame on that? I'm not the weatherman, mate. Like, you have someone for that, I'm guessing, right? Okay, well, I guess thanks for the update. Okay, appreciate it, Scott. Back to you in the studio. The first thing you need to do to set up your app is confirm with your Deepal dealer once you get your car on your email address and phone number. This has to be the correct email or else it won't work. Some of the Schengen emails do get flagged by third-party software. I use Zoho and it did get flagged by mine, so I did have to change that in the settings. But once it's unflagged, you'll get the confirmation code and you'll be good to go. It does work with Gmail as well. So if you have a Gmail account, easy to do that and you'll be able to access the app pretty quickly. Once you have everything working on the app and it's all set, ready to go, you'll need to go to your car and set up your Deepal app to be binded with the car or bound, however they put it. I highly recommend going to your car and jumping on the same Wi-Fi network as your phone. So log into your same Wi-Fi network on the car as it is on your phone, then go into accounts and click new account. A QR code will pop up and in the app, locate the QR code scanner button in the top right. And once that opens your phone camera, scan the QR code and then that will bind the phone to the car. And that allows you to see all the updates, the battery status, all that stuff, all the controls. Now, once you are in the app, you'll have a dashboard. The dashboard is a nice little icon of the car and all the controls at the bottom of that, and also a few different settings you can play around with. It shows the kilometers remaining on your battery as well as the percentage in one of the icons. There are two modes that this app runs on, and that is Bluetooth and 4G cellular. The Bluetooth has minimal functions, but you still get everything like the updates on the dashboard, such as your kilometers, battery percentage, turn on Sentry mode, all that sort of stuff. I think that'll be used for if you cannot connect to the car through the cellular network, then Bluetooth is a great option, like an underground car park where there's no reception. Then you have the cellular mode, which talks to the car through the 4G network and the SIM card inside of the infotainment system. This gives you a range of different options to control the car on how you like. The biggest thing that I think a lot of people would want to do with their apps is share. So to do that, you click on the share button inside the app. Once you get there, you click on add sharing. Type in the email address of the person that you'd like to share the account with. You can set the duration of time, such as like 1 day, a week, a month, or custom. And then let's say for my partner, for example, I would set it to custom because we would share both the cars, or she'd like to drive mine, vice versa. You'll get a code sent to your email address, the one you signed up with, and the one that Deepal has on their system. And once you get that code and you click share, then that person will get invited to the car as a digital key. That person will then need to download the Deepal app and it will show on the screen that you have been accessed to share the car. My partner has an S07, so this is what it looks like for me when she has shared a digital key to myself on my phone. Now, before we get into the nuts and bolts of it all, some pretty cool things that the app does, such as temperature control. So you can press this and then you'll be able to access the cabin temperature control and you can set that for whatever degrees you want. Let's say it's a hot day, you want the aircon on. This only lasts 15 minutes from activating, as well as the heated and cooled seats and heated steering wheel, which is on the seats tab. So you can primarily get your car to a nice climate and comfortably get in it and drive away. Checking battery is a big vital part of owning an EV. Now to do this, you click on the battery icon and then this will bring you to what looks like the car's charging state or current state. You can set your slider to whatever percentage you'd like while charging. And then once you finish, it will just say finished. It'll give you a remaining time at the top. Pretty good information if you forgot what percentage your car is at. While there is an over-the-air update, you can also check the status of that in the app because the car turns off, so you can't use it while the over-the-air update's happening. So it's good to check how it's going. So you click the update button, it will show you the current version you're on, and then it will also show you duration of the update that is happening currently. The last thing is Sentry mode. So we've discussed this before, but Sentry mode can only be turned on via the infotainment system and also the app. So this is how you turn it on through the app, but you can't view any videos or anything like that it picks up on, which is something that I really want Deepal to get on top of. So let's say it pings someone next to your car, it'll send you like a 5-second video in the message to show you where that is or what's happening, so you can check on it. I'd also like to see a dash cam feature so you can check it live. The dash cams around the car. So that way, you know where it's at, you know what's going on. Let's say there's someone parking and you want to watch it live. I'm pretty sure we have the capability of doing that now. I'm pretty sure Teslas do it, BYDs, probably other EV manufacturers do it as well. I really would like to see Deepal bring this to the app because that would just be the added benefit of security. There's also a few other things that I would also like in the app, such as maps, so you can see where you parked it recently, trips, so you can see the duration of your trips between A to B, probably the last 5, so it doesn't take up that much data, and also an automatic shutdown mode. So if the car gets stolen, then you can track it on your phone and then immobilize it from there. As in my previous videos I've shown, the SD card lies inside of the car that records the dash cam and Sentry mode. I think Deepal should really step the foot in the game to show this ability inside of the phone app. At the top of the screen, you have your car's details. My car's named Dilbert because the first 3 letters of the number plate are DLB, and my friend brought that name to me and it's stuck ever since. So thank you, Petey, if you're watching. Then you have the QR code scanner, as mentioned before. You do have a message center for the Sentry mode, but it just shows you a notification on text. You have to watch the Sentry mode video back in the car when you get back to the car through the infotainment screen. And then you have your profile, which is all your account and security details of the car, such as, VIN number and your name, all that sort of stuff. You can put your rego in there so you don't forget it. Now, getting to the nuts and bolts of it all, the different things you can do between Bluetooth and 4G cellular mode within the app. First things first, of course, hands up to Deepal for allowing us to lock and unlock the car within the app. You can do that by press of a button, you log in, and it becomes your digital key, obviously, like I said earlier, and you can unlock the car. You can also put the windows down ever so slightly, just ajar. So say it is another hot day and you don't want to use the aircon feature or the heated and cooled seats feature, you can just crack the windows open ever so slightly just to let the air go through. Then you have, I would say, the Find Me mode where it honks and it blinks. So the blinkers go on and it honks at you. This is what it sounds like. So if you're lost in a car park, click that. Hopefully it doesn't set any alarms off in the vicinity of your E07. Then you have putting up the rear glass in the tray. And then you have the tailgate. The tailgate will open, everything else will stay closed, and you can just slide things in if you need to. And that is all the features that you have on Bluetooth mode. Like I said earlier, very limited. So this is why I prefer to use the 4G cellular mode. In saying that, Deepal do say that we get 1 gigabyte allowance between the car and the phone on the 4G cellular network. If you are using your 4G cellular a lot between the car and the phone, then you may cap over that. And then what happens is you still get the functions as normal, except you don't see temperature and charging rate or charging status. It says frozen. So it stays, let's say mine's at 92% right now. If I go over my cap and I drive it and I go down to 70%, the app will still show 92%, which is another thing I really want Deepal to change. As I said in previous videos, make the cap like 10 gig or 5 gig or get rid of it, because like we could just use our hotspot on our phones for that. It would be great because that means we can rely on the app a lot more for the correct information on the car. In cellular mode, you still have some of the same functions as in Bluetooth. You have lock and unlock, obviously. Cracking the windows open, the tailgate function, just dropping the tailgate. The Find Me mode, where it honks and the alarm goes off or blinks and honks. Then you have the rear glass that can be moved up and down. Then when you click on the second last icon, which is the rear glass in the boot, it'll come up with 3 different options. So you can either open the glass and the tailgate. You can either just open the glass again. So there's actually 2 buttons for that, but it's there if you need it. Then the last one is opening and closing the divider glass between the passenger seats in the back and the tray. Once you click the icon inside the app of the car, it will show you live what is open, what is closed, what's happening, all that sort of stuff. So you have a quick glance of everything that's happening if you're not at the car per se. Also, you can see your mileage, which is good to have. So your total mileage used of your duration of your trips when you got the car to now. Now, when you're doing these different actions inside the app, the little icon on the dashboard does animate. It's pretty cool. So you'll see the tailgate go down, you'll see the glass go up, you see the windows crack, all that sort of stuff inside of the app. So if you need to, you can just open the app up, take a quick glance at the icon, and then before you know it, you know what's happening to your car. Really cool little attention to detail there by Deepal. But as mentioned previously, I'd like to see some of the other stuff implemented in future updates so that everything's sorted and we don't have to worry about it. It's all at the tip of our finger. Being at the end of 2025, it's kind of a necessity to have all that included inside of the app, inside the car. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Deepal, if you're watching this, please do something about that. It'll make our lives a lot easier. But all around, I really like it. Like, I really do like what the app has as a starting point. Moving on, I would really like to see some of those changes as mentioned previously, but I absolutely hate the hot weather. I'm not a hot weather guy. So having the option of turning on the aircon, putting the seats on cool is amazing. I've already done it in the hot days we've had here in Melbourne, which isn't at the moment. It's been a lifesaver. I've gotten into a really nice, cool car. I haven't had to worry about the seats burning my back, and they've been Napa leather, and it's just phenomenal. So thumbs up to Deepal for that one. Thanks for giving us that ability. Once again, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's watched all the previous videos and put their comments and their feedback. I love to read them. I love to reply, so keep them coming. I'd just also like to shout out all the people who talk to me on the Facebook groups and privately. Thank you guys. Your feedback is also appreciative. And Kylie, if you're watching, you know who you are. I'd really appreciate it if you like the content to leave a comment, like and subscribe. We have plenty more E07 content coming out soon. And until then, thank you all again, and I'll see you in the next one. Scott, are you there? Amazing breaking news. The weather has become good all of a sudden. I don't know. I don't think I need this anymore. And have a look at that. We can shoot the car again. Back to you in the studio.